be leading you through an almost hour practice. So find a comfortable seat in Sukhasana, and we'll focus on the spine at the beginning of class, cervical, thoracic, and our lumbar spine. So I want you to sit up in a prop, perhaps a block or a bunch of pillows. Sit cross-legged, one ankle over the next. Take your hands and place them gently on the tops of your knees. Your palms will face up. Take a breath in through your nose. And an audible exhale. Breathe in. Audible exhale. One more like that. Inhale, let your spine and crown grow up long, and as you exhale, sit down a bit lower into the seat. So we'll focus, as I said, on the line of the spine. Going up, think about these energy circles running up the spine. And then coming through the crown of your head into the chakra, the top of the head. And as we start some spinal twists and class, we'll focus on twists, on legs, on hips, and just growing taller in the spine. So just flutter your eyelids open and take your hands in front of your chest. Lift your sternum up. Start to look over towards the right side and cup your hand on top of your right knee. As I take a twist here, I want to open up my side ribs. Turn the shoulder back. My gaze is looking over towards the right shoulder, and maybe your chin will follow. Long spine as you inhale. Exhale to twist and turn. That's it. One more breath, and you can use a little pressing down on that knee as you turn and twist and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then we'll offer a side stretch here. So I'll lengthen, start to look back, and then I'll sweep the opposite arm over, so my back arm over my head and reach to the side. So feel the side ribs as you breathe in. Your pinky will face down, and I'll lengthen here. Just this little push down in the knee, not too much, or you can pull as well to get more into the stretch. Gaze is up. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to reach. That's it. Beautiful. Start to settle. Feeling your seat a bit more comfortable perhaps. And we'll come back to center. Give yourself a little wiggle here, whatever feels good. Shoulders up to the ears, back and down. We'll come to the other side. I'll take my right hand outside of my left knee. I'll turn and start from the lower spine as I twist. Think of those spirals twisting up to the sternum. Start to gaze back behind you slightly. I like to take my fingers behind me so my fingertips face away from the body, and this will roll that shoulder back. Take a breath in throughout the hall. Exhale as you twist and turn. And gently tugging that knee as well. It's staying low, but I'm doing my best to just pull me open. And this can be a gentle push or pull. Integrate the breath here. One more deep inhale. Exhale to turn. Open with the jaw. And as I unravel here in the twist, I'm going to lift the left arm over the head and reach to the side. Breathe in as you lengthen. Turn your pinky down. Exhale to turn. Now drop the right shoulder down from the ear. The tendency is to squeeze everything up. Try to find some space here. Gaze up if you prefer. Reach. 2 and 1. Unravel. Taking a quick forward fold, so we'll just cross the opposite ankle in front here. I had my socks on today to protect my cold toes. But it's a beautiful evening. And I'll just wriggle the chest forward, taking my fingertips to the ground. So any forward fold here that you like. I like to take my hips up and then shoot them back and start to fold forward and get into the hips. Lengthen the spine and exhale, fold. Sharp feet here, so do your best to flex your toes towards your shins. And slowly come back up. So make sure to cross the other ankle on top so you can do the same forward fold. So I lift my pelvis up, take my bum back a few inches, and then lengthen my spine as I come forward. Pause for a moment, and then walk your fingers, draw them forward. Breathe in to lengthen, exhale to fold deep, deep, deep into those hips. And just pause wherever you like, okay? So you can be on your forearms, you can have blocks or blankets underneath your arms. Try to find a place of ease, stira. Arrive back up. Take yourself off your block or your prop and we'll come into a tabletop position. And start to warm and articulate the spine up. So feeling where you are in space, take your hands underneath your shoulders, push the ground down, take the navel to the spine, take the chin and round the spine. Okay. If you inhale, gaze forward, looking up, lifting the sternum, taking the tail to the sky. Inhale to round. Exhale to lengthen. Flex the spine, take the navel up and just draw the hips back a few inches to get back into the lumbar spine, the lower back. Come back into the tabletop. Breathe in to look up. Exhale to round the spine. Pause here in your cat pose. Take one more round of breath. Even when you're rounding, tuck the chin, round, and then come back to center. Okay, keep the right hand down. I'm going to take my right hand in and forward a little and turn the shoulder out. Take the left leg back behind me. And push into the ball of the foot. Take the leg back, take the right leg back, push into the ball of the foot. And then really here, I want you to draw that heel down, walk your left fingertips forward. So try to do your best not to fall into that shoulder. I'm turning my shoulder out. Sit. Scoop the navel in and up, take the foot up. Good height, reach your arm forward. So you're balancing here on your knee, use your bottom foot as well as your hand. I want to reach and keep a tone in the belly. And take the knee and the inner elbow together and extend out. So tricky cat. Inhale to round, exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round and inhale to lengthen. 2 more like that. Starting your flow, getting a bit faster in movement, and we'll pause. Now, often to stay here like this, you can drop your toes if you need more support, but I'm going to go ahead and offer to bend your back knee, and then I'm going to sweep my arm out to the side, turn my palm, and see if I can clasp my leg here, my foot. So again, if you can't reach that, you're aiming to reach it. Go ahead and hold it if you have it. Take the knee up, roll the shoulder back, breathe in, kick the back leg into the hand that's available. Where can you find softness? So rather than gazing down, just lift the head slightly. Gently unravel. Sit onto your knees for a moment into child's pose. Take your hands off and just give your wrists a little rinse here. And it's easy to dump onto that front wrist, so do your best to use your back leg as well. Nice. Flip your palms up to the heart and press down in the back of the hands here. Bend your elbows nice and wide and just get into the wrists. Keep your hands open nice and wide. Look forward. Inhale as you exhale. See if you can straighten the arms any amount. Take the shoulder heads away from each other. Look down. And come back up. Quickly reverse the hands. So I'm going to take my fingertips one at a time if you need. Turn them back to face your knees and just rock yourself forward and back a few times. Okay, make a fist. Push your knuckles into the ground. Separate your shoulder blades. And squeeze just shoulder blades together. Separate them. Squeeze them together. So protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. So you can really exaggerate this. It's like scapular push-ups, or it is. And I want you to feel nothing in the body moving except for the shoulder blades moving, separating. Keep the arms straight, 2 and 1. And this is always a nice option to do with your hands if your wrist ever gets touchy. We'll come to the other side. extend the right leg back behind you. Push into the ball of the foot once, and then drop it down. Left leg extends back. Pause here, and then take the left hand in and far a little bit further. That's it. And you're going to sit to balance, so there's lots of options here. You can keep the foot and fingertips down, please. There's no need to lift them. This is new to you. Keep a toe in your belly. And let's sweep mine up at the same time. Reach, breathe in. And then start to join the elbow and the knee together as you bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Hold here. We're going to bend the back knee. And you can pause. Now it's nice to fire up the hamstring if you want. If you're not going to clasp, you can take your fingertips down to the ground or out to the side. And take the heel towards the buttocks. Lift your knee and you should feel your hamstring fire up. Some of you will point the toes, take the arm out to the side, and go ahead, roll the shoulder back, clasp onto the foot. So try not to dump. You want to lift up. Let the foot come into the hand, stretch up. Gaze forward slightly. Breathe in. Exhale, a little bit more. Good job. Balance. 2 and 1. Walk your hands forward about a hand, print forward. Tuck the toes, sit back in the toes. Hips up and back with bent knees, downward facing dog. Start to pedal your legs out from right to left, from left to right. And then find stillness in your down dog. Okay, turn your fingers out slightly or point your finger out. Lift onto the tips of your toes, keep the heels up. Scoop the navel in and up. Lift your shoulder head. Gaze around the middle between your toes and the heels of your hands. And then at the same time, keep the hips lifted, drop your heels. Again, breathe in, up, and drop down. One more like that. Lift the heels, keep the hips where they are as you drop the heels down. Rolling forward to plank pose. If you need to shift your toes back so you're in the same length as your plank, your child's pose, your down dog. I'm going to pause my plank and check with my toes. Try to have your toes just underneath the heels. Lift your sternum, breathe in. As you exhale down to downward dog. Rolling forward to plank. So tuck your chin, feel like a cat pose. Pause here in plank. Exhale to downward dog. And again, rolling forward to plank, top of a push-up. So hold your plank if you can here. And just squeeze everything. Separate the shoulders. Arms are straight. Gaze is forward. For 3, 2, and drop the knees. Take a child's pose. You can pause in your child's pose if you need more time. And we'll all meet in down dog when you're ready. Take a couple more breaths in child's pose if you need. Take the right leg to the sky, turn the toes out and just bend your knee. Fit to make some circles, you can just straighten and bend the leg a few times. And then turn the toes down, lift your leg a bit higher, take the right knee into the belly, round the spine. Extend back up. Take the right leg to the right tricep in your plank and pause. Come back up. Take the right knee in and then twist it to the left tricep and pause. Keep it back up. Take a rest in a child's pose or continue with your down dog for 2 rounds of breath. Shake your tail from side to side. Left leg stands up. Inhale. Take the knee into the belly, round the spine but look forward. Take the left leg up. To the left tricep, take it out into your plank, see if you can pick it up into the top of the arm, look forward. Extend, turn and twist. So as I draw in, I turn and take the knee upper tricep, look forward, back to a child's pose. Rest here for 2 breaths. Walk your feet slowly to your hands, come onto the fingertips. Take the hands to the shins or the tips of the toes, halfway there. Exhale to fold. Roll up one vertebrae at a time, tucking the chin, and come to stand with your arms up. Reach up to the sky. I'm going to take a side bend here, so my palms face each other to begin. I'm going to hold on to my left wrist, gently tugging it up first, and I'll side bend. So I really want to plant the outer left foot down to the ground as I turn. Breathe easy. Come back to center. So the other side, I'm going to reach up to the sky, hold on to the right wrist, and just side bend here. Just ground down on the outer part of the right foot as you twist to the side, or turn to the side, should I say. And come back to center. And cactus your arms out here. Reach the arms away from the body, and then touch those thumbs to the tips of your shoulders. Reach out. See if you can keep the arms, the femur, the upper arm bone straight here if you humor so. See if it can be still as you take the thumbs towards your shoulder, and you'll notice which one wants to touch first. Last time. Relax the head, make sure your nose is pointed forward. And then reach your arms back, interlock your hands behind you, clasp your hands. Reach your chest up, look up. Bend your knees and start to fold forward. So take the belly to the thighs to begin. Halfway. It's easy just to flop forward, but just like you're skiing down a mountain here, clasp your hands. Use a towel behind your hands if you need more support here, but do roll your shoulders back wherever you are. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, dive forward. Take the belly to the thighs, so maybe straighten your legs. Then let the head hang, reach your arms up. Squeezing the shoulder heads together, lift up. Roll your inner thighs back. And pause. Shake your head. Sweep the arms forward gently and come to Utkatasana chair pose. Rise to stand, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back and your right foot to a plank pose. Pause in here. Left knee into the chest and round. Back to a plank. Right knee in. Back to a plank. Take your knees down. Lower it with your chin and chest, and then slither forward to a cobra. Breathe in. Hands hover off the ground. Drop them down. Drop your head down to rest, and you can sway your body from side to side for a moment. And then everybody take your hands back alongside your low ribs. Squeeze your elbows in together. Push the tops of your feet down, and hover your hands off the ground an inch. Hold. Take the arms out to a cactus shape. Or you can stay on the ground here, or you can just have it a couple of inches off the ground. I'm going to squeeze my elbows up and retract my shoulder blades. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. And 5 of these. Up, down, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands alongside the lower ribs. Let your forehead rest. And then pin the knees into the ground, scoop the navel up. Start to straighten the arms, look forward. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. In for 1, exhale. Reach your right leg up to the side. Look where you're going to step the right leg between your hands and take the knee into the belly. Come onto your fingertips if you need to take the right leg forward. Drop the back knee down, come into lunge. Hook your thumbs. Push into the front heel, push into the back knee. Rise up. And then turn and twist towards the front knee. Drop the left fingertips down. Straighten the back leg, raise your arm up. Sweep your arm over your head, hold here. That back leg is straight as an arrow. Inhale for 1. Exhale, take the arm back down. Round your spine as you step back to plank. Downward facing dog. So child's pose, if you need a rest, just stay in your dog. We'll step the other leg through. So look to where you want to step. Take the left knee in. Come onto the left fingertips to give you more height. And step the leg through. Drop the back knee. That's good. I'm going to after that. So I can put my thumbs the opposite way now this time. Reach up. Push the back knee down and feel your outer hip open. And I stretch in the front of the thigh. Push the front heel down, maybe squeeze both legs together and then relax. I turn towards the front knee. Drop that hand down. You can have your hand here as well and keep mine up. And I'm going to tuck the back toes under and straighten the back leg. Turn, breathe. Sweep your arm over your head. So lovely. And then look down, plant your hand down, round the spine. Step back to your plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, and repeat that, adding on. Right leg lift, step it through to a lunge. You can use your hand to step forward. Keep the back leg straight now and do your twist. Breathe in. And exhale, stay. Now plant your hand. I'll offer side plank here. So take your hand forward a few inches and turn your shoulder out. That's it. So there's a few options as we come into plank. I'm going to pivot in the back foot and drop the foot here. You can take the front foot and just have it in the middle as you come into this plank. Side plank, rainbow your hips, or maybe you lift that leg and stack it on top of the other leg. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, turn. Look down to a plank. You can take a vinyasa here, or just stay in plank but only in downward facing dog. Exhale. Oh, so nice. Always child's pose if you need. Breathe in and exhale. Look to where your foot would step. Reach the left foot forward. Keep the back leg straight now and turn and twist towards the front leg. So reach your arm first, sweep it over your head and pause here. So again, watch the front arm. You want to take it forward a couple of inches and roll the shoulder out, just to protect your shoulder head. So there's options here again. You can take the leg, bring it straight back, or place the leg in the middle here as you transition to a side plank. So I'll scoop my navel, pivot in the back foot, and come into a side plank. Sweeping the arm over, breathe in. Exhale, rainbow your hips. Relax your head. And as you transition slowly, use your core. Come back to plank pose. Take a vinyasa or a knot. Chaturanga, bend, slowly come down. Flip your toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. So come to child's pose and rest for a moment. Keep your knees wide, toes touch. Sweep your arms back behind your head and let your forehead come to the ground. And then sway from side to side. Get into the shoulders again. I'm going to take myself forward, my knees under my hips. Take the crown of your head where you rest the book down to the floor or the grass. That's it. So I'm going to use my fingertips to lift my shoulder head up. Place my hands on my low back and pause here. Now some of you might clasp your hands and reach your arms to the sky. And then just give yourself a little cranial massage in the very top of your head. Don't lean too hard. Squeeze your shoulders up and back. Use the support of your hands. Push yourself back up. Virasana, hero's pose. Take your hands to your heart, open your hands up. Fingers towards your chest, back to the palms, press together. Do a couple of times. Just getting your wrists some loving. Side to side to side. And then make a fist, pull your knuckles to the floor. Take your arms out, sweep your arms up. Come up high onto your knees. Breathe in. And then maintain a plank pose in your body. Cross your hands together in an X and start to sway your body back. Reach the tops of your feet and come back to center. Reach up, so remember plank pose, tail down, hip bones towards your rib cage as you lean back. So fire up your quads, not a back bend. 2 more like that. One more. And the last one will fold and maybe sweep your arms alongside your ears. You hold onto your thumbs again, or you can just keep your arms reaching forward. For 3, for 2, and last one. Downward facing dog. Inhale. That's it. Reach the right leg high. Take your knee into the belly and step your foot once again through. Pivot on the back foot. Come up to Vira 2. Warrior 2 here. So we're on heel to arch alignment. Go wider if you need. And then open the back chest. Back shoulder turns. Watch the back hip, okay? You can dump here. Just do your best to open that. It's more about your shoulders and your arms reaching in opposite direction. Bend through the front knee. Gaze through the second finger. Hold. Take a peaceful warrior. So arm reaches up. Today I'm going to straighten my front leg. Inhale. Come back to Vira 2. Now, take the back arm here again. So my widest, I'm sliding here a little bit. So I'm going to shorten my stance as I transition into triangle pose. So you can hop the back foot in, straighten the front leg, turn out here, roll your thigh back. Start to hinge forward, Aniyah Man. And I'll take my hand and place it outer thigh or inner thigh here. But don't lean so much. Use your sideways to twist. Hand to hip. Today I'm going to sweep my arm over my ear. And again, don't use the bottom hand so much. Back heel is grounded as I turn. Inhaling. Now you can use your core. Take that opposite hand and you can place it alongside your ear and reach here. Or keep it down. I'll lean a little bit more forward. Breathing in for 2. And back up. Toes point forward, parallel. About a leg's distance, and take your hips back, press into the ball of your front foot. Roll your inner thighs back, let your head hang heavy and just sway from side to side. Take hold of your elbows now, biceps in line with your ears, pull your arms forward. Inhale and exhale. Take your hands under your heart, halfway lift. Stay low as I pivot. Turn and transition for the other side. Stand up, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, just find your form. It might take a few times as well. This is your practice, so feel how you feel in the body. Reach your back arm, bend through the front knee. 2 deep, and 3 breaths. So notice your arms. Usually have a favorite arm. But just notice in your body without looking. Maybe you look here, use your peripheral vision. Where are my arms? Bend a little bit more, turn your chest. And as I come into peaceful, I'll drop the hand, sweep the top arm over, straighten the front leg. Inhale, exhale to reach. Good. Transition slowly again into triangle pose. So you can heel toe the back foot in a couple of inches as that serves you. And then I'll lean forward, hinging here, turning my chest up. Sweep the top arm over the head, and then place the arm either inside or outside. It doesn't matter how low you go. Make this about not drowning down and turning and reaching. And breathing. Press the outer edge of the foot down. Soft bend on the front knee if you need. And then again, like the other side, I can reach my arm, pause, relax in it, come back up. Wide legs, interlock the arms behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Feel the weight more in the front of the feet. And you can turn the toes in a little bit more. Start to hinge halfway. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, fall forward. Head is heavy, you can widen your stance here. Rolling the inner thighs back to reach the arms up. Come halfway up. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together and turn your toes out. Heels in, place your hands inside your thighs. Cactus the arms. sit low. I'm going into the shoulder girdle, so I'm going to take my arms, my right arm over my left and hook my arms here to eagle arms. Your hands can stay here, or you can wrap the arms together. Draw my elbows forward, sit a little lower, and then straighten the legs, back bend as you inhale, upper back, exhale to come down. Bend your knees wide, take the elbows inside by your chest, round the chin. Tuck slightly, that's it. Lean back, inhale up, open everything, and stay tall. Just let yourself sway from side to side. That's it. Reach your arms, cactus here. Make sure your toes are turned out nice and wide here, just to save. You can be wider in the stance if you need. And take the left elbow over the right. So the yoga instructor, if you're here today, this is great too. You can't wrap, but do bring your elbows forward and maybe it will help you wrap. That's it. So I start to bend the knees. Draw the elbows forward, separate the back of the shoulder blades. Arms go up. As I straighten my legs. Back bend in the upper spine and maybe gaze back behind you. As I exhale around, put the elbows in towards the belly of the chair. Open everything up. Hook the thumbs. Turn to face the right foot. Transition down. Step back to a plank pose. Back to a down dog. You can take vinyasa here or not. So we might come forward into the tippy toes. Slow, slow, slow. Bend the elbows. Point the toes. Upward facing dog. Pelvis drops, but your gaze comes up. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, slide over toes down. Take a child's pose now. That needs to be done. Or you can stay in your down dog. Everybody need a downward facing dog. We'll come into the gentle arm balance I'll offer you to the side. So it's coming back into a twist again. So you can decide whether to do this or not. We'll just play with this pose. You can walk or jump your hands, your feet between your hands. As I jump, I'm going to look where I want to retain my breath. 1, 2, 3, jump forward. Utkatasana chair pose. Knees squeeze together. Lift your arms, take your hands to your heart center. Lift your sternum up. Start to twist towards the left side. Now see if you can hook here in the side of your knees. Take your energy away from that side of the leg. Press the top arm down. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Back to Utkatasana chair pose. Stand all the way up. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sweep your arms, hands to heart, and twist to the opposite side. So hook your elbow here, so to turn and twist. Place your hand down. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to Utkatasana chair pose, spirit pose. Stand up, exhale, fold. Lift up and bow down. Now take your hands behind your calf muscles here and push your hands into your calves to straighten your legs. Look halfway up, and as you exhale, let the belly come towards the side. With a gentle push to fold. Lift your tail up, roll your inner thighs back. That's it. Stick your arms up and down. Just give yourself a little shake here, let it all out. So good for the nervous system as well. Shaking the body. Anything that feels good for you right now, you can dance and shake and swing the leg. Let's add a leg. So swing the leg forward and back. Arms go back. And suddenly, we'll come into warrior three. So my leg is back behind me, my standing leg is here. Soft bend at the knee. Hands to heart center. Hands out to the side. or sweep your arm forward and hold. Now turn that back hip down, tendency for it to float up. So it'll be an internal rotation, and then come to stand. Shake it out, and do the other side. So just playing with the shaking. Down, up, down, up. This side is harder. We always have a favorite side. So just notice, go slow or go fast. That's it. And as you come into Vira 3, point the back toes or flex it here. Bottom knee can stay bent, hand to heart. Lift your sternum up. Breathe in. Reach your arms out. Lift the back leg and maybe straighten the bottom. And then come all the way to stand. Back to chair pose. So do a few pulses down. And as I lean down, I come into that twist again. Now, flying knees and fly your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. So sit a little lower as we transition to an arm balance. So I'm going to press my outer thigh into my hands, chaturanga arms here, and then fly my legs up, rounding my spine. Lift your legs. That's good. Side pose, the sheep, we're having fun. Press into your heels. Taking a squat. Open your knees wide. And sit in your bone. Come into Navasana. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Use your hands for support to slide down into Ardha Navasana. Or take your hands away. Relax the neck. And back up. And transition from crossing your legs to come up to your seat again. So rolling and crossing. Come back up. Forward fold. Other side. So I just turn to face the side. I reach my arms up. I sit down to the heels. So as you turn to the left, I can pause here. It's a great place to be, or you can open your arms nice and wide. Take the hands to heart center. So just sit low and then bring the hand here. So this elbow should be free. I'm cheating a bit here. I'm going to sit both hips on the bone. Round here, put your feet up. You can fly your legs. Come back. Chair pose. Exhale. You're up into your squat. So find yourself in your seat, nice and wide. Place something underneath your feet. Sit down into a squat, hands to heart center. As we seal this practice, lift your sternum. Straighten up the sound of sheep. I'm laughing. This is our music today. Wind your knees from left to right, from right to left. Start to transition back to the way we started, cross-legged, and just see if you feel a little bit more open here in the hips. Reach your shoulders up to the ears, back and down. You see our practice, join your hands together. Lift your sternum up. With the sounds behind me, we'll end with some ohms. So think of them as an exhale. Breathe in. Inhale. May you be free. May you be kind. May you be at peace.